Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. We are streaming at an irregular time, but it is okay. Reason? I may be playing beach volleyball at some point today. What that point is, I do not know, because my roommate has not given me a time. He said probably tonight, whenever he gets back. We do not know when he's getting back, so I don't know. But that's okay. We're going to terraform today because, yeah, it's time, guys. It's time to start fixing the mountain. But yeah, I got some plans to just build, terraform, lots and lots of terraforming. It is also Easter Monday, so happy Easter, everybody. He is risen. It is amazing. And with that, let's go ahead and pray. So if you will, please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything will go well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify with you and praise you for being risen. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. It's been a hot minute since I last streamed. This time, guys, I remembered to hit the go live button, because last stream when we fought the Ender Dragon, I didn't hit the go live button, so I didn't live stream to YouTube at all. We were only live streaming to Twitch. Good news though, Twitch was in fact working. Okay, so to start, let's go into this. I want to fix up this area here primarily, try to get a big chunk of this covered. First things first, I need to fix this to make it smoothly go up. So first thing I'm going to do is destroy what we've already got here, and then start building a new pathway up there. And then maybe doing something over here. I do have a beacon over yonder. I could go and grab that. Or I could actually just get another beacon, get 2 beacons, because that wouldn't be bad. But that would mean a little bit of time trying to get that all situated. Oh, how do I want to start this? All right, let's start tearing things out. Let's get rid of those stairs. Those ugly stairs. Also, I did this. I don't know if oh wait, I mentioned that in the episode I'm making. But yeah, there's that. We're probably going to not cover up, but like, obviously there's going to be more dirt coming here, because I'm probably going to have this be pretty steep, because it's got to get from here to up there. And then we're going to make the terraforming of this part of the mountain according to the path. That is my plan. So basically, we eventually want it to match to this. And it's going to be floating path for a little while, but the stairs, I had an idea with the stairs. I don't like the way the stairs look. I think they look bad. So we're just going to get rid of it and try again, basically. And then, yeah, we got to terraform everything else. The entire mountain needs to be fixed. Big projects are coming. Next episode is going to be kind of fun, kind of interesting. Well, not interesting. We're little spoilers, not like heavy spoilers, but just a wee bit, It's just annoying me. We're changing up our content style just a little bit. Not like a crazy difference, but just a little bit. We're gonna try something new. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to try to essentially modernize the way we do our content. That way, it's better. But, yeah. Most of everything under here is not going to be seen, so don't worry about it. Oops. Yeah, that's like the biggest issue right now. Is there's still a giant hole right there. Yeah, if you didn't remember, there is a giant hole right there. Sorry, this is taking a lot of focus to make sure that I don't lose any course dirt. Let's go. Okay. Calm the frick down. Okay. We're gonna need more resources for this. Let me grab out this bad Jonathan. We don't need those anymore. We're gonna need a lot more of those. That should be good. We'll worry about taking down the tree later. The tree, where is it? Craft table. Craft table, very important. Put some of these things away, grab some coarse dirt, grab some regular dirt to not terraform with, but to place things on. To kind of get structure and whatnot. Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of do a thing. Gotta sleep though. Do gotta sleep. So, with the whole beach volleyball thing, I don't know how long the stream will be because I don't know what time my roommate will be getting back. So I have a planned amount of time I'd like to not time, but project based how long I want to go for. But that may change. Oh wait, I needed. Hold up. Of course, do it. That was the one thing I needed from here. Which I actually have a lot of because I removed a path or something somewhere. Don't want to waste any coarse dirt because I don't have a lot of gravel. I think I actually might grab stone because I have a lot of stone and I need a lot of the dirt for the actual terraforming. I won't be using stone nearly as much. So we're going to use this kind of as that. And if I don't get to live stream for the desired amount of time, I may live stream again. I have tomorrow off, so I have no classes, no work, no nothing. So I might be live streaming tomorrow. But I don't know. This is where things get hard, is where it's right there. Okay, that's good there. I will definitely put more grass and whatnot there. And obviously, because this whole thing is glass, we need to cover a lot of it up. That's okay. This will be teared down. I don't think we'll need a beacon for that because it's very small. Okay. No. Add a little bit of variety. Yeah, we need this path to go to there, which is exciting. So I need to curve the path. So let's start curving this path a little bit. Okay, that's an axe. Start curving it. Make that a little bit bigger. Keep curving. bring it back to being a little more straight now. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be good for the most part. Is this even going to be able to get up high enough? Ooh. This might not get up high enough. Oh boy. Ah. Ah. That's cool. Boom. 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 Yikes. Alright, let's try to curve it a little bit more again. I'm gonna go like there. Alright. Get this over here. Sorry about that. One of my roommates walked in. Not the one for beach volleyball. So we're still unsure about that. That's okay. We'll get these guys up and running. Genuinely don't know if we're going to actually be able to get enough height here. Wee bit unfortunate. We can always shave the mountain back, though. I don't think it's going to be, like, crazy far off. We're almost there. Need to move over a little bit as well. Oops, no. So now we've reached this point. Yeah, this is salvageable. No, we got this. We just have to shave it back a little bit, and that's not that much of a problem. Oh yeah, fine. Oh wait. We're fine, guys. We're fine. Look at that. Perfect little path that goes all the way up. It makes it. We cleared it. Awesome. Okay. Golden. Now we fix up some parts like here, down here, I think. Unless we probably expand it out a little bit more. That was honestly enough. Okay. Cool beans. Alright. That's that portion done. Now let's grab a bunch of grass and start placing it around the path. And then we'll figure out a framework for exactly how we want things to go. All these glowstones. Alright. And if we need to, we can easily grab more dirt. And that shouldn't be a problem. I have a little dirt mining session. The area. What's it called? Area. No, I won't. Take a bunch of grass. Like good jazz. Head back. Get this badge on done. Alright. Now the hard part. Now. Out of sleep. In a little bit. Build up. Ugh. Can you believe we're almost to 1,000 days? That's crazy. Alright. Honestly, we'll actually probably want to go more or less along the high road. Hard to tell where what is what. What is what? Getting stuck. How's this looking? Somewhat natural. One block here that I don't like. Yeah. I think that's coming together really nicely. And then over here. Oh, it's thunderstorming. No. I say no. We don't like thunderstorms. Not in these parts. Oh yeah, I think that's coming together really nicely. Yeah, so much terraforming. So you got to bring all of this over and make it flow into the mountain somehow. Alright. Sorry I'm not as talkative. I was pretty tired this morning. I took a nap before stream, but I got no words. Words, they elude me. We'll figure that out later. Figure out that side later. How does this one side look? Okay, yeah. I think there's areas where we could probably fix it and, like, push it back, like, right there. Maybe we could push it back a little bit more and, like, we're gonna create a framework. We're gonna dig this out, dig this away. Remember back when we used to use that for moss? Those were the days. Okay. Actually, might want to start bringing it over. Eventually, we're going to start doing that, where we'll just figure out. Boom. Yeah, I think that works to get it kind of where we want it. What's going on here? All right, what's going on? That's just weird. Well, we'll fill in the backside where the dirt is with moss to make it look like it's algae. Yeah. All right, so let me tear that down. Get rid of all these. And then we'll go back through and we'll create skeletons of where we want all the grass is, and then we'll place all the grass in. That is the current plan. We may need to use dirt as well. We should be chilling. This isn't even the big side yet. The side that's going to be the hardest is going to be when we actually have to build like a giant rock face for the cartographers. Observatory, that's what it's called. But the observatory is, we need to place a giant mountain underneath that. We have to, like, protrude the mountain, so that way it actually fits. And it's all there. That's the hard part. That's the hard one. Is getting that all situated. That was actually going to be kind of fun to do. I might as well get rid of the whole thing. I didn't know if it actually, like, reached this far, or if I'd be covering it up. I'm trying to save a little bit of time, but it's fine. We'll get rid of it. Get rid of the whole thing. With a new netherite tool. Also, if you're wondering why the pickaxe doesn't look like the rest of the toolkits, it's because for whatever reason, that specific custom model is broken. And really what I need to do is go through and redo the custom model stuff, so that way I can fix it, basically. Because I transferred a lot of the data over, and then I started updating it thinking it didn't work anymore, and then it actually was still working, and then because I was fixing it with, like, the pickaxe in particular, it just broke it, so now I need to just redo it. I guess if I actually kept some of the dirt on me, I probably could have started figuring some of that out. It's like right here, a lot of this layer has to go. But yeah. Y'all, you know what game I just got? That I may want to play on stream, time allowing? I got Repo. I've started playing some solo. Not as fun alone. Eventually one of my friends is going to get it, but he's waiting until the summer. He's going to wait for the summer sale. But live streaming it alone may be a little bit more interesting than Phasmo. I think more things will be happening in Repo. So that could be kind of fun. Doing that, getting all the upgrades and stuff. I don't know. Especially since it's the hot topic right now, you know what I mean? A lot of people are really into it. I would love to have some people to play with, but unfortunately, like, Denalid and that crew aren't really into that style of game. I'm gonna classify that style of game as a looter game, because there's a lot of them out these days. And what do I mean by looter? Looter is, by definition, horror. Or thriller, at most. Where it's get in, get out, try to survive the monster. Is a looter game. That's what I'm classifying looter as. I don't know if there's already technically a term for it. There most likely is. But for me, I'm calling it a looter game. Because you go in, you loot, you try not to die. A lot of this is gone. So I think we're just going to leave that side. If we need to tear it out a little bit more, we can. This just gets rid of a lot of the framework for it. But yeah. So, like, what are examples? Repo, Lethal Company, Headliners, Content Warning. All of these games are looter games. Also, I'm thinking looter without an E. So it's like loot and an R. Looter. I don't know why. It just makes more sense without the E. It fits, I feel like it fits the genre better. Because looter just makes it feel like you're going in and looting, which is what you're doing. But looter, without the E, kind of fits the vibe more. Because a lot of these are like one person, single person made the game. Because I think Lethal Company was made by one singular person. Made the entire game. Or, actually, maybe, it might actually be Repo. Repo might be one person. Might have made the entire game. Oh, we're gonna have to tear out some of that to kind of match it. We'll tear out so we can fill back in, you know what I mean? I personally like that better than trying to, like, fix it in post. I'm like, just tear it all out and then I'll redo the whole thing. It just works better. We'll go to here. So yeah, may try to play Repo, maybe even tonight. Can't guarantee that's when I'm probably going to be playing beach volleyball. But once again, don't know when my other roommate is going to come in, do things, because he's probably doing a bunch of Easter stuff right now, and he's hanging out with family and friends right now. So a good chance that it is going to be tonight, because he did say tonight twice, but he said probably he'll want to leave as soon as he gets here. So I'm honestly thinking 4 to 5 o'clock is probably when he's thinking. And then I have, I am going to get rid of this. It's going to make it easier in the long run. Oops. Give you an idea of what we're kind of planning. We're gonna do this for a bunch of. And then we're gonna go through, we're gonna make these. From the farthest edge, we're just gonna kind of make them, and then we'll fill it in. And hopefully that'll create somewhat of a nice, like, slope. Just to cover up this giant hole. It'll look better than the hole. I am planning, eventually I'm going to put, like, a giant forest on top of this area, so you're not even gonna see the ground itself. And there's a ton of pillagers down there. Nice. So that's like something to think about. That's going to be in the, but get rid of this. All this stone. And then we'll go back and grab our grass, and we'll start doing that. Actually, I might first go through and destroy all these trees, because they will be in the way. So yeah. But that. Who knows? Maybe I'll even want to play Repo right after this. Because, as I said, because I don't know when my roommate's going to get here. And it'll be one of those things where, like, we'll just go until he gets here. Either that or until it's dinner time. Yeah. So we'll figure that out. As I said, I really think it's going to be a little while. Because typically whenever he goes to this place, he's there for pretty long. So... Look at that, another chest. Beautiful. Yeah, I've been playing Repo a lot. Well, not a lot. Twice. 3 times. No, I think I've only played twice. I've gotten to level 4, and I completed level 4. So I think I'm on level 5 in my personal playthrough. The real question for me is, if I'm gonna live stream Repo, do I just start where I'm left off? Or do I start a new save? Because I don't think it matters. I think I'm going to start where I left off just because it's probably going to be a little bit more interesting. I don't think having a stream save is necessarily important in this case because it's repetitive in its gameplay. So I don't think anything is changing depending on that. So I think we'll be fine. Kind of just starting where we are. Obviously, solo mode is quite difficult, though. Because, like, you have no strength. So, like, and you have reaching high places really hard. So there's all of that that's, like, in there. Like, okay, gotta figure that out. Yeah, I think once we get up here, it's gonna be kind of hard to figure out how to make it slope nicely. And we're probably gonna have to make this slope heavily. And then we can figure out getting the pathway going up here. Granted, even with this, oh, there's so many things. I may shave this back a little bit to make it a little smoother. Oh, what the heck? That was wild. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I might do open, maybe viewer interaction. Maybe that. Maybe I'll do that. Let's get rid of just this last one. Like, for the Repo time, is be like, playing with viewer. So that way, if there's anyone in there that likes and would like to join me, because that would be fun. Because, like, it's hard, because I buy a lot of games that are meant for multiplayer, but yet I don't have anyone that'll play that specific game. And so, like, I either have to play shooters, because that's really all that guys want to play. at least the ones that I'm around, only want to play shooter games. It's rare that I meet people IRL that don't like guys that don't play shooters, or it's either shooters or they don't game and they don't know how to game. So even if you were to try to teach them how to game, they'd be terrible because they're not used to the video gaming thing. That's not their normal shtick, right? So it's kind of hard. So yeah. So I'm either stuck with people who don't know how to play, and it's like more of a funny guiding them along, but they're just gonna die anyways, kind of gameplay. You know what I mean? Like it's more of mocking and making fun of them for being bad at the game than it is actually like progressing in the game. When in reality, I'm looking for like a gigs crew kind of. That's what I want eventually. I'm hoping content creation will take me to that eventually. Not to them specifically. So that would be cool. But just like having a crew of people that it's just like, yep, we'll play games together and we'll do these things. Because I think that'd be a lot of fun. Because it's definitely like a work together kind of game, you know? Which I like. So it's very nice in that sense. You can do some cool stuff with it. But like finding those people is really hard. Maybe now that I'm getting into the film program here at my school, I may be able to find people, because I feel like the most likely people to want to play a game like that and do that would be people in the film program. Because they tend to have wackier tastes. They have the biggest personalities. Like you would know their film because they act like it, which is really funny. But yeah, I kind of want to smooth this out a little bit. Let me fill this in first and foremost, and then we'll shave it down later. Maybe. I don't know. That. I don't know, yeah, we'll worry about that later. This is gonna be tricky because this is very, very steep. One thought I've had with this in particular. And then we'll pull this out instead and have it come down here a little bit more. Oh, this is a huge undertaking. Oh man, what am I getting myself into? This next episode is gonna take forever. This is a huge project. Huge. I mean huge. Basically, we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna keep bringing these lines over until they get to a certain point. We'll fill it in, figure it out as we go, tear things apart. The thing with terraforming that I think helps me the most is don't just think about adding, but also tear back. Like don't just like add to it and be like, oh, okay, that's what we need to do. Like, in this case, I'll need to add stuff to this portion to make this smoother, I think, because it's a very steep cliff. I'm going to add rocks here and there to kind of help, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We're just going to keep placing grass and hope it all ends well. Like, here is a great example of, like, it would probably better to push this back inset a little bit when we're bringing it out, so that way it just flows a little nicer. I don't know, man. Yeah. One of these days, I'll get a crew to do multiplayer gaming with, and like just be able to play various games, whether that be online. Unfortunately, I have some games that I can do with like Denali in them, but unfortunately, they're not into a lot of those kinds of games. Like Denali himself isn't much of a fan of horror. Of that kind of genre, and I don't think he'd be interested in the looter genre either. I have asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, don't think I'd be interested in that, which is fair. I think he has his preferences. But it's a little unfortunate, because, like, they're a great community, and I'm really glad to be a part of it, and I look forward to continue doing stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I want to leave them. I'd love to do a Minecraft server with them. I think that'd be a lot of fun, but I think Denali is also trying to build a community of content creators right now. But it's very hard to find Christian content creators. It just is. So yeah, it's kind of like trying to find Christian content creators, get that all there. I think it makes it really hard when you do that. I'm all for it, but I think really family friendly is good as well. And then we can also, in a sense, almost become evangelistic in that. Not that we'll like preach the gospel to these other creators, but we get family-friendly content creators who aren't that, and we just exist in our lives doing our Christian things like we normally do without any second thought. Maybe some of them will be kind of curious and interested. You know what I mean? And they'll ask questions, and then maybe we'll have conversations. And it's like, we'll outwardly, like, we are Christian, we're going to be Christian. Like, you're not going to be able to stop us from that. And, like, Christian content tends to line up with family friendly, so it works out quite nicely in that sense. But I think limiting ourselves to just Christians, limiting. Not that it's bad, but that's the main point. It's not bad, but it's also not bad to branch out. Now, I will say, there is a point of, like, you don't want to integrate with the secular community just because you will become like them. And that's not something we're, like, wanting to do. That's not something I'm advocating for either. But that is something that can happen. It is very possible. And so it's like, that's something you do have to think about when you do things like this. Is like, okay, well now you don't want to integrate too much. Because, you know what I mean? You want to make sure you being Christian, but this is a very real possibility of just like, no. But you don't want to isolate yourself from them. Is the other side of the coin. Like, you don't want to integrate, you don't want to isolate, you want to have that like perfect happy medium where like you're there, but not to a point where hurting. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain in that sense, because it's like, so you do or don't. It's like, well, it's that. Personally, for me, like, especially going into the entertainment industry, is a lot more prevalent with me. Here, oh my gosh, that's gonna be. Ooh. For me, going into the entertainment industry, it's obviously like, that's a very secular industry, and unfortunately, it's like plagued by secularism. Which is why I want to go into it, because I'm like, I want to try to put a little bit of, I want to shine a little bit of light into that dark space to kind of make it not as dark. We're going to do something different. We're going to bring it in here, and we're going to figure out something different to do here. I might have to tear this back to fit it in. For here, we can have a slope up. Here, I may have to tear it back. We'll come to that side later. Let's focus on just this. So yeah, that's kind of like a lot of my position. Is like, yeah, they need to be reached too. And that's how I want to do it. Go in, create good movies and entertainment that doesn't have the crap in it that's in there now. All of this stuff that's just against, like, truly against biblical principles. That stuff. I want to go in and then make movies and content that has biblical principles in it, and people just don't realize it. And then they start watching this content and say, man, this is good stuff. And lo and behold, they're actually, like, aligning themselves with the Bible now without realizing it, because that's what the content is, but it's not Christian content. Because that's that, like, the thing with Christian content is it's great. Christian media, unfortunately, is not very good. Because it's so Christian. It's like, we're trying to be so theologically correct that we're losing an audience of people. Now, being theologically correct is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, put heresy out there and call it good. But we lose a lot of people in Christian entertainment because it's Christian, because, like, normally not good. What's up, Hudson? Normally not good. So it's like, you gotta find that balance of, which is why I think The Chosen does a really good job of this. Now, The Chosen's much more explicitly Christian, because it's literally about The Chosen. And I think House of David is kind of also going in this, where it's House of David, I think, leans much more heavily on entertainment, where it's more or less playing into historical than it is biblical. Not terrible, but a lot of Christians are gonna be mad at that. And, like, for me, as somebody who's gonna want to be a Christian entertainer, I'm like, that works. Because really, what their goal is, those who are making House of David and even The Chosen, their goal is, it's not meant to replace reading your Bible as a Christian. It's meant to get those who don't know the Bible into the Bible. That's the goal of these, like, TV shows and entertainment. And, like, that's why I think Kendrick Brothers do a really good job of this, where they make good Christian movies that are generally good entertainment. Like, it's actually watchable. A lot of Christian entertainment is very cheesy because it's just so unrealistic, and then you get, like, Christian entertainment made by non-Christians, which is even worse, which then gives Christians a bad name, because it's like, entertainment people think entertainment's real. They base a lot of their stuff on, oh, I saw this in a movie. And it's like, well, not quite. So, yeah. So there's like a little bit of a problem, right? Just a little bit of a problem. I want to make good movies that have biblical themes in it. As close to biblical themes as you can get. Because obviously there's a certain point where, like, you go from, you don't realize that this is biblical, to realizing that it's biblical. Once people realize it's biblical, you're going to lose a lot of viewership. I'm sorry. Especially in today's day and age, where a lot of people are against biblical stuff because they just don't agree with it. And with their entertainment that they've watched in their life, has supported this, where it's like, yeah, this doesn't align with who I am, and it's like, oh. But there's certain aspects of it that we can, like, okay, we can play into it. The stream is black on Twitch? Not again. Oh, I thought I fixed it. It was working last time. It was working last time. I pulled it up, because OBS updated. Dagnabbit. Why is it breaking, man? The sad thing is, it was working. Like, on my phone, it's showing that it is, but... Ugh. Not again. I really don't know why. Alright, let's... I don't think you will be able to. What? Oh, give me a second. Oh, that's great. So, yeah, Twitch is broken. Again. It's doing the same thing where it's in a paradoxical existence of live and not live at the exact same time. So, that's cool. It's a problem I don't know how to fix. I'm not IT. I'm so bad with IT that I switched majors when I was in IT to not being in IT. So, whatever this problem is, I updated OBS. It fixed it, because that live stream went fine. That was the Ender Dragon live stream. That one went fine. But then, I'm live streaming today, and it's not working again. Oops. So that's lovely. So, you know what we're gonna do? We changed the title. Oh, wow. We changed the title to say, go to YouTube, because Twitch isn't working. So, yay. Cheap viewers? Well, sign me up. Just kidding. Oh, wait. Let's do this. Alright, well, that's fine. It is what it is. It's really annoying, because this just happens. Where did you come from? Well, wherever you came from, you are no longer there anymore. Ah. Don't want those in my inventory, preferably. Oh well. It is what it is. All that to say, Christian entertainment is kind of lacking at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. It's lacking. It could be better, but it's just not. And I think the Kendrick brothers are about the only people who really make actually good Christian entertainment. Where it's actually it's a story that actually accurately describes God and is not cheesy because it's bad writing. They actually do a really good job. And unfortunately, a lot of other Christian entertainments don't do that. They're not as good at that. I think, honestly, it does come down to bad writing. It's a lot of bad writing, because it's hard to make it correct and not cheesy. But then again, if you think about it, most likely people who are if you're evangelizing somebody, most likely you're not going to get every single detail right. You're going to get the majority of Christ is your Lord and Savior, He died on the cross. You're going to get that. That's fine. You're going to get that. But you're not going to get the deeper theological stuff that these other movies are trying to make sure they get in there, because they're oh, if we don't have this, it's not right. And it's well, you're actually kind of just chilling. But in your head, you feel like you need to put that in there, and it's not necessary because it doesn't add anything. And then you get cheesy writing that's just kind of mid. It's just kind of eh. It's just not good. It's not interesting. The characters are kind of boring. And a lot of times it tends to be just unrealistic. Whereas I feel like Kendrick Brothers, once again, it feels realistic. It's faith-based solutions, you know? They're okay, big life problem, we're gonna trust God. Everything ended up going well in a natural order of events. Just naturally life happened in a way that was convenient for us. Oh, by the way, that convenience, that's God. That's His hand at work. Which is more accurate to how it is. But a lot of times it's oh, well, look at the power of God. Oh, I need, our family is struggling for money. Oh, somebody put a random, check in our, bank account or whatever. Somebody deposited money directly into our bank account. Now we have $2 million. Whoa. It's oh, that's not realistic. I mean, maybe. That can happen. But unrealistic. And that's the problem. We lost realism. Alright. So there's that, and then we have all of that up there, all the spaghetti. The wet spaghetti. So let's go and get ourselves dirt and open up a Coke, because I'm getting thirsty. Once again, I'm sorry, Twitch. I don't know why. It's just the stream encoder thingy, whatever it is. I feel like it's the encoder. I don't know. I'm just saying words to sound smart. I think it's the encoder. Whatever it is. I could try stopping and live streaming it. Not the YouTube side of things, but I could try stop the Twitch side of things. But I am going to get a Coke, so I will be right back and maybe try to fix this problem. I'm going to do what I just said. Alright, we're back. I tried. It didn't work. That's okay. It's working on YouTube. That's all that matters, right? It's working on one of them. Coke time. Mm. Let's place things. Let's place dirt. You know what's a really good, like, underrated film that no one's probably ever heard of? But it's, like, genuinely really good. The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. It's just, like, it starts off cheesy. And you're expecting, okay, here's another Christian entertainment thingy. Great. And then halfway through it just switches and like actually becomes like a very compelling story. And you're like, whoa, where did this come from? And then it ends and like it's a really good movie. Highly recommend. A really good Christian movie. It's about a guy that dies and gets resurrected. I'm just kidding. No, but it's about a guy that's like a movie star who's just he's stupid. So he did some stupid stuff as a movie star, like movie stars do. And through that has to do community service, and he has to end up doing community service at a church. Um, and so he does that, and then through that process, while like doing janitorial work, he realizes they have a theater program and they're going to put on a Jesus play. And he's like, well, this is my time to shine because I'm literally an actor. So let me do this for my community service. And then the pastor says, yeah, you're good to use that as your community service. That's fine. That's fine by us. You know what I mean? He lets him, and he's like, sweet. So he does that. He ends up auditioning for the role of Jesus and gets it because he's an actor, so he's actually good. So he becomes Jesus, and he's playing. Sorry, he's playing Jesus in a theater play. He doesn't become him. Sorry. He's playing Jesus for this theater play, for like the Christmas play thing that's going on. Through this process, he learns what it meant to be Jesus in that time, and understands what Christianity is really all about, and then turns his life around because of that process. Because he basically gets a special revelation from God, where it's just like, and it's cool because the actor who plays Gavin Stone is a really good actor, so you can see that moment where he gets it. It's like intermission, and he gets it. I don't want to spoil it too much because it's really good. I do movie nights with some of my friends. I think that's one of the movies I want to watch with them because it's like genuinely really good. So yeah, highly recommend Resurrection of Gavin Stone. If you want like an underrated, good Christian movie that's just like, as I said, starts off cheesy. You're like, really? And it's like it's a good kind of cheesy, but it's still like you're expecting Christian cheesy film. Yeah, no, it's deceiving. It weeds out the weak, and then the real ones stick around and like, okay, let's watch this thing, and it's like, okay, this is actually good. This is really good. So yeah, highly recommend. Yeah, right here is like where it's gonna get really hard. I know I said I was supposed to work on that side, and then I ended up getting confused, and now I'm going to this side. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't make the rules here. Just kidding, I do, because it's my live stream. Ah. And this is where I was talking about shaving this back to make this flow. Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the main event of filling this in. And then we'll worry about, I guess we're worrying about it now. We'll worry about it now. Any hoozles. This side slopes a lot better. See, like, okay, so, like, I'm basing a lot of my terraforming and concepts in my head on Fwip and how he builds, like, mountainous kind of terrain. Now, I'm not building a mountain, I'm just filling in the area, so it's not gonna look like the greatest... Oh, I spot, what the heck? It's not gonna look like the greatest terraforming that ever existed, but... that's okay, it doesn't have to. It just has to, for right now, as mentioned previously, I'm going to build a forest on top of this. There's going to be giant trees, kind of like B-Dubs' trees, like, size that. Whoops. Excuse me. Size big. Oh, spleefed myself. Covering this whole area. This entire hillside. That's the plan, anyways. So, with that in mind, I don't think the actual terrain itself needs to be spectacular. It's going to be bland for a while, until we can figure out a tree design and do that. Who knows, I may just take beat-ups as trees. I won't claim them for myself, but I'll use them as inspiration. But also, my tree building is not great, so I may just yoink it and say, I yoinked it. Like the windmill. That was built by Fresh Joy. I found it on a tutorial. The hobble holes are mine. The library's mine. The cathedral will be mine when I come up with a design. And you know it's true because it rhymes. Kudos to you if you understood the reference. Worry about that later. We'll have to shave a lot of it off. So I might actually want a beacon because I now need to cut a mountain down so that I can make it look not natural, but just like smooth it out. I'm really not making this natural. I'm just making it smooth so we can cover up the giant hole that looks even more unnatural than, you know, the terrain that I'm building right now. So I feel like it'll be an improvement to what was there, but not by a lot. But then we'll put a forest on top of it, and then it'll be like, you'll forget that it was even built. That the terrain was fabricated. Like somewhere down the line. Which, honestly, the trees and stuff is going to have to be a sooner than later thing. I'm thinking the episode after this one, so we're working on episode 12? I think it's 12. Episode 13, after this, is going to be building a bunch of trading halls over there. Cathedral may be one of them, given I have a design. I'm really struggling with it. I don't think I've ever built anything like it. Which, like, this series is going to kind of push me to try to build more and different stuff that I haven't really necessarily built before, kind of out of my comfort zone. Hobble holes I have done before, so this actually isn't out of my comfort zone. Granted, the library was. I've never really built anything like the library, and I think it came out pretty good. I don't think it's the greatest looking thing ever. I think there's a lot of detail that I probably could add to it that I just don't know how to. B-Dub's level of detail. I feel like my building is currently in an impulse phase. It looks good, but it's not spectacular. It's not like jaw-dropping, B-dubs level stuff, but it's like you look at it, it's pleasing to the eye. It looks nice. It looks nice. It's not ugly. But I think something that'll elevate this is actually covering it up. Like with that forest, I'm going to cover this whole top area with forest. This area won't have as much of it. Maybe the tops will have that forest kind of around the mountain. But really this top portion of the mountain is going to be covered in that giant forest. And maybe not where the windmill is. That'll have like an open area. But the forest will be like here, up to here, kind of going through. There will be a couple trees dotted in the middle. All that. And we're going to cover this up because these trees are going to be bigger than this building. I mean, they're going to be massive trees. And that's intentional. I want to cover it up. Not because I think it's ugly, but because I think not showing the whole thing at once makes it look better. Because it looks okay right now, but it's not hyper detailed. So covering it up will make it look better. Because then the rest of it is now in your mind. Your brain is doing the work for me in making it look good because you can't see it all. It's like, why are horror monsters so eerie and creepy? Because you can't see them. And you want to know the ones that aren't that scary? The ones you can see. When you can see a VFX monster as clear as day, it's not very scary. If you're able to make it look scary, kudos to you, but it's really hard. That's why horror is always at night, so you can't see it, so it can be covered in shadow. It's a very easy VFX trick, is you just cover it up. Use shadow and darkness to cover your monster up. Actually, this is bad. So that it'll look better. Because when you can see the whole thing, it just doesn't look real or realistic in any way. Okay, though. That? Yeah. I like that. It covers it up. I mean, obviously there's parts missing, but you get the idea. Hey, I know that guy. Anyways, I'm on the third story of this building, and one of the guys on my hall is down there doing disc golf. I can see him through my window. I'm not spying. He's actually the guy that lives next door to me. Anyways. Oh, no, I forgot about that. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. It's, well, actually, oh, no. It's, yeah. Yeah, no. Ah, man. Ah, no. Okay. That's a fun one. Oh, what the heck. Panic ensues. Okay. Let me throw all these out there. Throw those in there. We're going to buy a bunch of lights from the dudes up above. From the villagers. We're going to buy a bunch of lights from them. Okay. And then we're going to go through lighting up this whole area. Because obviously, it's going to be pretty deadly. Because, think about it, most of that area in there was protected by the sunlight. Wherever it is, it's over there. Now it's not anymore. It's a bit of a problem. And we've got to fix that. Oh yeah, but that's nicer-ish. I don't know. It's better than the stairs. But it is a really long path. As I said, trees covering it will fix the problem. I hope. That should be enough. If you want to know how I have so many levels, this is my XP farm. This genuinely gets me so much XP and can repair most of my tools. And they're all converted. So, they'll do really well. They all do really well. And then my iron farm, frickin' goated. That thing produces so much iron, it's ridiculous. I have so much iron because of it. Oh my gosh. Like, look at how many emeralds I can get from these guys. Ugh. That's just a singular trading session right there. 3 stacks of emeralds from just one haul of 18 villagers. Now, I'm planning to get a smithy and a smithy. That's what these two are. The 2 smithies. We obviously have cartographers up there. I don't even know if I converted the cartographers. Right, we have our glass traders. We have bookshelves, which are now 4. Some of these are cheaper, but I ironically didn't change their trades to make those parts cheaper. I should go through and upgrade them so I can see if they have those. Why so many little of you don't have lanterns, man? The heck? But I need to go through with paper and convert them. And yes, this whole library now has bookshelves in it. Isn't that great? It doesn't have all the librarians, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Oh, I really need to go through here and upgrade these guys. Because it's bad not having them upgraded. Thank you. Look at that. Beautiful. A ton of that. And we still have a lot of emeralds left over. And then theoretically we would go down here next. But we don't have any of these idiots yet. I need to get these guys in here. I don't wanna, but I gotta. I think reach and density are. Wind charge is not. Go again. Tons and tons of lanterns. Oh! My ankle. It itches. And I am not in a good position to scratch it. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's start to look. There's literally only one dude over here. Yeah, I need to upgrade these guys so I can have more resources. I also need to figure out the railing that I want to put there. Which, ironically, I think I want to use lecterns, was my first thought, is, oh, put lecterns there as a railing, because it typically looks good as a railing. But the issue is, obviously, we're in a library. That should be it. That should be enough lanterns. This does go all the way up, and there's lanterns in each of these little nooks right there. Not this one, though. Oh, that explains why there's not one in that, because that's a slab. Yep. Yeah, I love the library interior, because it's just a ton of stuff. It's just a ton of just bookshelves. That's it. That's the entire thing. It's beautiful. And I think it looks good, honestly. Like, it's kind of bland. It kind of is. I'm not gonna deny that it isn't. Like, it is. It's bland. Bland is all get out. But that's fine. Because it's a trading hall. I don't need it to be spectacularly beautiful on the inside. I'm going in there for villagers. I just need it to be pleasing to the eye and not, like, hideous. You know, not messy. That's really all I'm looking for. It's like, can I alleviate this mess to make it pleasing to the eye? I'm honestly very excited for like having this done. Yeah. Welcome in Waguri. Thank you for joining the stream. Unfortunately, the screen is black because, if you haven't noticed, it's in a weird phantom state of being both live and not live at the same time. OBS is just not sending the stream over to Twitch properly. I am live on YouTube, however. There should be a link in, like, down below on Twitch to be able to go there. But it's the same name on YouTube. if you wanted to like actually watch the stream, because it's very unfortunate. It was working last time I streamed, but it's just OBS is not sending the stream through properly whatsoever. Yeah. All right, sweet. And once you get there, let me know how you're doing. I'm just getting the lighting up the giant mountain because we're terraforming this whole place. Because there used to be a giant hole there. There isn't anymore. Well, there. Well, here's the giant hole that I was just talking about. So yeah, we're lighting this place up because obviously there's gonna be a lot of mobs down here. Oh, nearly escaped death. You escaped death twice, but not a third time. Cool. We're lighting this place up so it's not as deadly down here. Granted, I'm in full netherite, so it is particularly not a threat to me, but it could be. Ish. It's not a hardcore world, so threatening or not doesn't really matter. The only issue is this is like where I he's coming around the corner. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's fine. I wasn't freaking out. You were. Okay. Gotta figure out where everything is. You know, another one I need to make is a Fletcher's spot because I do kind of want to upgrade my bow. My bow is almost dead. My bow is almost dead, which is a wee bit unfortunate. With that, so I just searched. Yeah, you should be able to. I'm not like huge, so it's possible that it won't push me immediately, but you should be able to because that is the Twitch thing. I could also get you a link as well. That wouldn't be a problem for me at all. Ugh. Oh man. Oh, at least. Oh wait, that's why. Because I dug that out. I need gravel. That's okay. Sweet. Go to the YouTube side. Yeah. Where else do we got? Oh, we're literally up there. Cool beans. Also, if you're curious as to what's showing me all of this information. Oh, I don't want that. Get that out of here. I'm getting more rockets, good sir. It's mini HUD. If you are unfamiliar. Highly recommend. And then the free cam thingy where I'm like flying. That is Weekaroo. Ah. It's thunderstorming. Nice. Alright. Really, what I'm looking for is to make sure that I don't get, like, a bunch of mob noises going on back here. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Like, I don't want a bunch of spider noises back here. Whoa, what a snipe. See that? That was absolutely insane. I'm gonna put some of these down here, because, like, I know I'm gonna branch, like a tree, out. Ugh. Pop over here. Okay, then we float down here. Goodbye. Something about that was, like, really satisfying. What the heck? Okay, I think for the most part, those spots down there are done. Oh, I need to get rid of that command. Ish. Doesn't hurt to keep it. But light up this area as well. this spot doesn't matter as much because we're not back here yet. We will eventually. We're gonna build a giant trading hall back here. Or like this entire top of the mountain is the trading hall. It is the trading hall. I think that's roughly everybody. That should be good. For now. I think I got everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Very good. We've got a lot here. Let me put these in the utilities. Yes, that should be good. Okay. Now, where to next? I think down here is probably a good spot to continue. Kind of filling in this bottom section, going down. Filling it in. Probably have to be a lot more steep, considering. Okay. Let me pull out all these. Shove you back in there. Start plonking. Alright. We got all this good jazzercise over here. So many of these. So very many. Ugh, just inventory clutterers, you know? Like, I like them. I like the petals. But also, it really does clutter the inventory. Like, insanely cluttered. So, not ideal. Not ideal. Because, like, I'm just trying to build here, man. I'm just trying to build. That's it. That's all I want. Just wanted to build, man. My inventory's full of petals. Pink petals. This music is kind of eerie. I like it. Okay. And we'll do like the skeletons thing that we were doing earlier. Okay. Plop these all back here. Ugh. Can't really do too much here because, like, I don't have a lot of space to work with. So bringing this down is actually going to be kind of hard. Maybe not. Maybe I should do more rocks. I feel like if I had more rocks, it'd make a little bit easier. I think we may need to just have it be stacked on top of each other. I don't think there's really any other way we can do this. Like, if this is the bottommost layer. Do something like that. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty nicely. I think this one's, yeah, we're just gonna have to build it all as one unit. Because we'll have to try to figure out exactly where pieces of the puzzle are going. In order to make sure that everything goes correctly. Then again, we do actually have a lot of space here, so maybe not, I don't know. We'll do it in, like, chunks. You can visualize, like, a little bit better. Doing that. Oh. Oh. Ah. I have fallen. Okay. No, this is working out. This is working out quite nicely. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. This is where things got a little interesting. Hmm. Oops. Look at that, though. No, I think this is actually coming together really nicely. Actually, that's all the dirt I had. Okay. So now we get to go all the way over here. Okay. Yeah. No, I actually think that works out really nicely. Yeah. Nice. Okay. This actually is coming together really well. Like, we're actually getting a lot done. Unfortunately, though, there is no space to actually bring something over. Though, maybe on the top, though. Maybe. I don't know. This hobbit hole has nowhere to get to it because there's just not a good space for a path. But I may do a rock face here, protruding out again, and do that. Maybe even like a much thinner rock or something. Okay, where do we need to work on next? Probably this, getting this situated, and then digging this back and like filling in those holes. Probably a good place to start. And then we'll go through and light everything up. Make sure that no mobs can spawn. Yeah, once again, it's going to be kind of bland up here until we get the forest portion on the top done. Because, yeah. We're just gonna kind of... I'll figure out exactly. Oops. Okay. It's not ideal, but... Oh. Maybe. Get the job done. Let's take a look-sees. Probably right there. We can back a little bit. That was really it. On that back. That in. Yeah. I think that works out. And like down here, fill that in a little bit. That a little bit less. Yeah. And then, as I said, we're going to tear the mountain back. We're going to rip it back to make this flow as one hillscape, rather than it being like hilly region, mountain. It's like it's hill, and then on the other side, it's more mountainous. Which the other side we're really not going to get to, even though I say I want to transform the mountain. We're just getting this portion, really. That portion on the other side of the pathway. And then we're going to get right underneath that. Not all in today's stream. Just for that portion. I think right here. And then obviously we have that side to fill in as well. I will say, though, now that this is here, we can't take our usual path to get to the tree farm. Little unfortunate. Just a little bit. But it's not that bad. It's like, it's workable. That, honestly, this side is a whole nother can of worms. There we go. So there's that. Shaping wise, I think the shape is honestly pretty good on, like, you could probably tell it's handmade just because of how smooth it is, but I think once we get trees and rough it up on the bottom, put a bunch of foliage there, you'll just see the shape, and I think shape-wise it looks good. We're about toning that back a little bit. I want to do the other side now, which I think is actually going to be the harder side. Gotta get by my fishbowl. You're wondering why there is a fishbowl here? That's an episode 1 thing. Episode 1. This fishbowl is literally the memory of where it all began. Fishbowl. Alright, so this is the harder part, is getting this all situated. I think probably tearing this out a lot may be the strategy, and I may actually want to rip this out and map it differently, because I kind of pulling it out, and really I want it to go in more. Honestly, I like what I did here. It looks a little weird, but also looks like there's just like a little bit of a hill more there than here, and I kind of like that. Obviously, this will be more back, so this will stand out even more. Because it makes this feel more inset to the ground. Like, this is going to be toned back as well. Gotta figure this out, though. We'll worry about this first. We'll literally just take this back to there. And worry about everything else later. We'll look at the bottom portion later. And yes, this portion is also going to be covered by trees and all of that goodness. You know what I mean? It'll be very, very nice. Very nice indeed. It's going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Okay, just kidding. No, it's not. But I'm hoping that, like, once the forest goes in and all the giant trees with it, it'll start, like, truly taking shape. And, like, actually start to look really nice. And you'll just look at it, and I want to get to a point where you look at the whole Hobbit Hole area, the town on the top, and it's just like, whoa, that's a lot. And, like, yes, you would be right. Welcome to Minecraft content creator number 1. Always do way more work than you actually have time for. Truthfully, that's the secret. But no, I think this will come out really nicely, really nicely. It's gonna be nice to actually have like the pathway actually look good, and all that kind of stuff. Like, this is where we'll need to shave the mountain back to make it fit with what we're doing here. Once again, another case of the mountain needs to be shaven back. Whoopee. No, it's gonna be good. Trust. Trust the process. Do have to shriek real quick. Transforming an entire mountain is going to be crazy. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You know what, guys? You know what I was supposed to do this entire time? I am live streaming it. Flashback it. Time lapse this whole thing. That's what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. Is getting a time lapse of this entire thing, and I totally forgot until right now when I realized. Ah, yes, in my video I was supposed to make a time lapse of this. Oh well. I need to make it a habit that whenever I do big projects like this, live streaming, even if it's just like digging something out, always set up flashback. Just have it. Heck, I think one thing I should just do is probably just every time I log in, always have it running, which I think is even a setting because of this exact thing where it's like it captures those moments that you're not planning. Or it captures those moments you're trying to plan as well and forgot to. Like, it's, ugh. Because that would have been great. Ugh. Yeah, I was supposed to flashback this whole thing. Ugh. I done goofed. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with a capital F. Oh, chill. Chill. Okay, sorry. My mind got lost in thought that entire time of silence, and I apologize. I just zoned into my own thoughts and was like, thinking. Not even about Minecraft, just random thoughts. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Um, yeah, and actually that makes the path look a little bit better. I think up here I need to add a little bit more to the path, probably just more there. That'll do. A little bit more there. Okay, now we gotta get the underside. This part's gonna be the harder part. And I may rockify the bottom portion to just make things flow a little bit cleaner. I don't know just yet. Haven't gotten that far. I'm almost out of dirt. Just kidding, I have a lot more. I have 2 double chests still. I'm asking you like you guys know. They have a little bit left. Yeah. No, this is going wonderfully. Other than the fact that we forgot the flashback. Hopefully I'll remember to do it on the other one, on when we're doing the observatory. I feel like that one's more important than this. This is like, since we're live streaming it, the other one I may live stream it, but no promises. Because that one's going to be a lot more thinking. Because we actually have to like design a rock that like actually looks good. Something like that. I don't know. Ah, now we get to problem number 2. Ah. It's not, I don't want to leave this project unfinished, like, okay, we're gonna do that at a later time, necessarily. We're starting to get to the, we've entered the end game. We've killed the Ender Dragon, we're in the end game. So, yeah. Actually, I think, now that I think about it, I think each dimension marks each level of the game. Like, you start in the overworlds, and you haven't gotten to either the nether or the end, you're in the beginning game. Once you go to the nether, you've entered the mid game. And then once you go to the end, you've entered the end game. And then after that, like, most of your Minecraft playthrough will be the end game. I have to use the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. Yeah, so totally had the music off for like quite a while. Maybe turn frame cam back on. Okay. Ugh. This is salvageable. I think we could be good on this. It's hard to say. Ooh, making that one bigger. Whoa, getting frisky on ya. Okay. Say that like something's gonna happen. Okay. What I'm trying to do is trying to like cap this off into here. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome in, Denald. How are you doing? Happy Resurrection Sunday to you as well. He is risen. Twitch broke for me again, unfortunately. Very sad day. Very, very happy sad day. Happy because he is risen. Sad. Twitch is broken again. Oh, we went triple on that one. I was only supposed to go 2. Whoa. Whoa. It's getting quite large. He's risen indeed. Mrs. D also says hello. Well, hello back to her. Ooh. Wait. Why did I do this to myself? Ah. Okay, whatever. We'll fix it. I saw that. I can't tell whether you're live or low. Yep. It is in both a state of live and not live at the same time. We've entered a paradox. I am both live and not live at the same time. But it's okay. I don't mean wash. Alright, well, we'll figure out that. We'll figure that out later. I don't know, man. I haven't done it for yet. I'm just gonna... No, I'm not. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Schrodinger stream. Exactly. We have a Schrodinger stream right now. Ugh. It's unfortunate. It really is. That's fine, I guess. Not the end of the world, you know. But yeah, terraforming my base right now. Getting that all situated, done and dusted. So, we've so far covered up the hole that was there. Now there is no hole. It is just a hill. And I think it actually is coming up pretty well. Now we're filling in this spot. We're going to tear this back, and we're going to shove that back to make it smooth a little bit. A little bit smoother. And then I think that'll be it. Once we get this spot down here, we're not going to tear those back, sorry. That's not going to be it for the stream. We're going to finish this, and that's going to be it for the stream. The other thing is a lot of work. That will be probably another stream. I've been thinking about maybe live streaming Repo, since I got it. Been doing some solo runs until one of my friends gets it as well. He'll be getting it in the summer, so I'll be able to play with him. But been waiting on it. Try to get that, because I think that'd be a lot of fun to do that, live stream it. At least if I'm doing solo, it'd be better to live stream it, just because it'd be a little bit more interesting. And I'm not honestly too bad at it. I'm not gonna lie. It's been going pretty good. Okay. I needed to go grab some more dirt, but that's okay. Having this wrap around. It's actually kind of working out. I think that'll work out nicely, having it wrap like that. Oh, calm down. We're going more for shape right now because I'm going to put a forest on top of it, so we don't have to worry about texturing of the ground because forest. But yeah. we'll worry about this spot later. I might swap it out, this spot, for rocks, and like just have like a rock face here and more of like cliff face it, where it's like a natural rocks fell down, stuck in that spot, and just stayed there. And now the fishbowl is like stuck, nestled in there. I have to go behind it, fill it all in with whatever the green stuff is called, moss. Fill it in with moss, so that way it looks a little bit nicer. And like the moss is really to like emulate algae forming on the inside of the bowl, as fish bowls do, as you know. Oh, that's all the dirt. Not all the dirt I have, but decent portion of dirt. That's all the dirt I had on me. But yeah, it's doing very nicely. So now, look at that. I don't have a before and after picture. I do have a before picture. Thankfully, I did a before thing, and then we're going to do an after thing in the future. But there's before. Looking very nice. So yeah, we have this to finish. Tear that back. And then on the back side, we have all this. This is the harder side. Because we have all of those holes, and then this is a floating building. So I'm going to have, like, you know, Beat Ups' Rock. I don't know if you've seen his, like, single-player survival world. But I have an idea of, like, when I use my hands, to have it, like, form out like that kind of thing. And so that'll be on the tip of that. So those are that other side is the harder side than this side. This was just, like, covering it up. That one's actually, like, I gotta terraform it. But, yeah. Looking good. You like the windmill? Yes. The windmill is very nice. I did not build it. It is fresh joy. I found a tutorial, because I'm terrible at windmills. I've tried building windmills in the past. They always look really bad, so I said I didn't want that, and I found a tutorial for one. Like a 7-year-old tutorial, so it's like using concrete, and I'm like, we can use calcite and diorite. I think that'll look really nice. Wrong side. So yeah. Found it. It's Fresh Joy's windmill. Very nice. But I do really like that, just sitting up top there. We're gonna cover this in trees eventually, and then we'll leave a little clearing for that. Big trees, like B00 size trees, like he has in his Hermitcraft world. Do that, Hermitcraft server. So yeah. I think that's gonna do it for today. Because I may be playing beach volleyball soon, or getting dinner soon. Something's gonna be happening. I don't know. But I think that's gonna do it for today. So, yeah. I, ironically, do not have a stream ending screen button. Oh, wait. I don't have a stream ending thing at all.